Hi guys, this is Shenanigan back and welcome to the channel. I have recently acquired a Corvus Clave on July 4th, and I also ranked up Hulkbuster to maximum. I was trying to find a path where I can actually use Corvus to showcase his damage with 4 charges at least, but there was no such path I could find. Nothing more than 3 charges in a path. So I was trying to find a Havoc to showcase damage of Hulkbuster, and then I found this path in the final chapter of Variant 3. The first fight was a vulture, the second one was a black panther, and this is the third fight. Unfortunately, the first two didn't get record for some reason, but this one did, so this is where we start. So this is a tech variant. Any champ other than a tech champ is going to get 50% attack reduction. As you can see, we are hitting hard with 2 charges, 3 actually now. We got first charge from tech from Vulture, the second one for Avenger for Black Panther Civil War, and I knew the third one will be given here because Heimdall has a tendency to auto block after SP1. So we have 3 charges, but the damage is at 50%. You can actually consider the attack, the guaranteed crits as double the damage they're doing if the attack was at 100%, of course. So this is the whole path. I actually did this path in order to showcase the damage that Hulkbuster would do against Havoc. But meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and just look at the damage Corvus Clave is doing at rank 3 and with guaranteed crits, and of course with 50% attack reduction. So at R3 Corvus Clave, with the testing I've done, if you don't have any charges, any Corvus Clave charges, versus if you have 1 charge, you get approximately 60% increase in the critical damage rating during his guaranteed crits. And from 1 charge to 2 charge, there is approximately 40% increase in critical damage rating in the attack actually. And from 2 to 3, there's a slight increase. But from 3 to 4, the increase is negligible. In case we're taking Corvus on a path, it doesn't necessarily have to have 4 charges in order for him to be good. If you are able to get 3 out of 4, that is still gonna be okay. Even 2 are gonna be okay. Now I'm fighting Corvus with the new Hulkbuster, and as you probably already know, and the Hulkbuster has this new ability. If you hit him with a crit when his armor is active, you're gonna get shocked. So Corvus is one of the best counters for that, because Corvus don't take shock damage. But secondly, with the parry, the armors are converted into armor breaks, and Hulkbuster doesn't have armor for a long time. There's another thing I noticed with Corvus. If you have 1 armor break, the damage does not scale. The numbers remain the same if armor break is of 1 quantity, but if the armor breaks are 2, the damage increases. And that's actually something that we can consider, because let's say we are fighting a Red Skull who has 5 armors at the beginning of the fight. So if you do an armor break, that's 5 armor breaks, 6 actually, 1 from parry, and there will be substantial damage increase. With this Angela, as you can see, after an SP1, she does carry an armor, and if we parry after an SP1, we get 2 armors, or 2 armor breaks, I'm sorry, and that increases the amount of damage. Now this is probably the longest out of the 4 fights I think I've done, probably because she also has some heal, and in the last Hulkbuster fight, Corvus had 30 charges, not 20, so that also helps. Another thing you probably are aware that if you hit an SP1 with Corvus, and when the opponent has an armor break, you get extra attack rating. Similarly, if you have at least one glaive charge and your health is more than, rather less than 10%, your attack increases by approximately 10,000 on an SP3. Although an SP3 doesn't crit, so that's not really useful. So yeah, we're just waiting to get the glaive charges back so we can hit an SP2. And let's see, I do parry first. And that was approximately 22,000, I think. Yeah, around 23,000. It was approximately around 50,000 if it was not a 50% reduction in attack, and I'm assuming it could have been more, because I have seen Corvus do consistently approximately 80,000 or more damage on an SP2. Okay, so we are at the fight here now with Havoc. Now what I want to showcase first of all is that you can't counter Havoc's heavy with your own heavy as long as you have Hulkbuster, because Hulkbuster doesn't have that reach. So you always have to let Havoc do his SP1, finish it, and then do a heavy. Secondly, this particular node also has crumbling armor. Now, when I first did Variant 3, I remember crumbling armor was an issue because if I use Guillotine 2099 or Warlock or someone, I would get crumbling armor after 6 seconds, and then I would take damage from plasma detonation. But Havoc has 2 armors, so even if you get 1 armor break, he can always fall back on the second armor, which is always going to stay active, and then you can of course heal. I took an SP1 right to the face. I mistimed the SP1, and I went back to 23% health. Now I knew that I could rely on Hulkbuster when he was at 15%, because he gains around 17,000 health after that. And then I still gonna finish this fight at around 47% health because of the willpower. So though Havoc takes very less damage from shocks, but as you can see, this is a great counter for Havoc. So that's all I wanted to showcase. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like the video. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Goodbye.